Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wednesday stream, the map making stream. We are not doing entrapment like I thought that we would, and that's simply because I've been too busy. I haven't had any time to look at entrapment since last time. So it's still just as broken, which means that, yeah, we're not gonna do that today. So instead we're gonna keep on going in Build-off Parkour, where we ended up a couple of times ago. So we basically started converting this map from, I guess this was 1.8 really. It might have been 1.9. Possibly 1.8 actually. All the way up to functions, driven by functions in Minecraft 1.12. So it's kind of, it's a massive upgrade. It's really rewriting this thing from basically the ground up, or however you want to call it. So we went through all the lobby functions and stuff, and those work last time. And yeah, that's where we ended up. Like, right when you start being in the game, you get given a whole bunch of items, and then after that, we ended off. This seems to be something we left half done. Right, yeah. So hello everybody in chat, and let me answer a couple of questions. Are there going to be playtests today? No. Let's just say doubtful. I would love to, but that assumes that we finish this off, and this started a bit late. I have been busy, like I said, and it's gonna be a little bit shorter. And there's also been murderous screaming on like the playground right outside. If you wanna hear a sample, go to my Twitter. I posted there. It was it was amazing. Wow, so much screaming, and it's been going on for a while. Where am I from? I am from Sweden. So basically what we have currently is we have a large amount of functions and stuff, and we stopped at the point where we give you blocks. So we selected a bunch of blocks. Let me switch over, see if this works. That works. So I'm gonna open some of the files here. Player turn start. That's not the one. Because we switched which blocks that we ended sort of on that. We ended with which blocks you should have. Start build action. There we go. So here's a list of things that you will get when you go to build. Maybe I should explain that. If you haven't seen this map, or you haven't played it, or if you weren't here last time, this is Build-off Parkour. There's a little lobby in here with some parkour sections and stuff. And this size, well, I guess I can show you these ones. They're the same size. This is kind of an arena layout. So when you start the game, you get a random one of these. And then the objective is to parkour from any of the 3 lamps to the other 2 lamps. The twist is that all of the floor blocks here are going to go away. So when it's your turn, you get to choose, do I want to try doing that parkour, which you have 3 attempts on, and then you're out, or do I want to place a few more blocks? In that case, you get to place 3 more blocks. Now, those blocks are of the set that you can see in the actual code there. So we switched some of them out just to improve the game and use some of the new blocks. And when you place them, of course, you are going to be making the course easier for the other players. So you want to kind of make it just easy or hard enough that it's enticing to try it, but people will fail. That's the strategy of the game, sort of. So what we did last time was we switched around the block types, and we switched out a couple of just wooden things for magma and end rods and brewing stands, I think, were the ones we added. You can no longer place ladders. Why? Because ladders There was one other block, I think, that we had that. They have the problem that if you place them on something that is floor, that isn't the walls, they will pop off when it's time to try the course. And I would like to keep 2 blocks that will actually stick around in the air. So we tried a couple of blocks like that before, like doors as well would have been an interesting one, but they also pop off if whatever is underneath them disappears. So went away from those kind of. So I think this setup of block is pretty good. Now what used to happen, if we look at the command blocks here, what we used to do would be we would count how many items you had in your inventory. So we would check, do I have any slot where I only have 2? And then if that was the case, it would kind of assume that you had actually placed a block, even though you might have pressed Q and dropped it, or you could have like opened your inventory and put it away. So we're going to try to get away from that, and there are new tools in the game. There are the new advancements that do have advancement triggers, and one of them is placed block. So we're going to see if we can use that to basically get an accurate read on when somebody's placed a block. Any chance the plugin API will come this year? I can't give you any information or timeline on that, I'm afraid. Alright, so we're gonna pretty much ignore these ones, and we're gonna look at just making something new. So switch over to here again. So this is the start build action function. We also have this, which is the placing blocks loop, and it's empty since we haven't moved anything into here yet. So that's what we're going to look at. Now, the question is how we connect in advancements into this, I guess. So maybe what we should be doing is just adding a scoreboard. I don't even know what we have exactly in this. Let's maybe look at that. 18 objectives. Okay, tries, new lamp found. Player count, start blocks, text, const, join, should spectate, inv count. That's what we used before. Also, there are higher chances that I will be answering questions in chat if you write them out in a manner that is possible to understand. Alright, so maybe we should just nuke inv count. I don't think we'll need it. Yeah, let's remove inv count. Just to live a little bit dangerous, and we'll add something new. Placed block. Yes, that'll be good. Dummy. No, dummy. Placed block. Well, placed block type. Alright, now we're going to do something that I've actually never done before, which is to use an advancement for something that isn't an advancement, if you understand what I mean. So, let's make a new file, and we're going to need to look some stuff up here, just to get the... get all of this right. So what is it that you have in the file? You have a parent, you have criteria, you have rewards. Right. So we want criteria. Actually, is that a list? No, it's a compound. Okay. So I guess what we were looking for is we were looking to assign a different score to that scoreboard depending on what block you placed. So the criteria is just place, I guess. It's just a name of it. There's a little bit of just stuff you have to put in here. Let's save this also. Where do these things even go? Data advancements, and they have a namespace, I'm pretty sure. So let's call that Build-off. And I am a bit rusty on the old advancements. Let me say that. They're just called JSON, I think. So this is, so let's say this is placed planks.json. And then we're gonna copy and paste this all over the place then, but I wanna get one right first. Alright, so what we had was not that player start build action there. So you get planks 3. We're gonna have to figure out how to maintain the item counts and stuff later, but for now we're gonna look at this. So place, we have a trigger in that, and that is Minecraft placed_block, and then we have conditions, and that should be something we should block. Oops, spelling. The block needs to be Minecraft. Whoopsie. Minecraft planks. It's planks, right? Not plank. Yeah, planks. And it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter where, really, or what data or anything. So once we have that, we also want a, right, not under criteria, it's all the way out here, right? Rewards, I think. I'll have to see if that works. Yes. Rewards. And in that, we want a function. So function, and this is going to be Build-off placed. What do I call this? We can do this even. Just make a folder of all the placed functions. So if I understand things right, this should work. I mean, we'll have to make the function, but let's quickly do that. Player placed blanks, and this is just going to be scoreboard players set at s. What did I call it? Placed block, I think. Scoreboard objective set display sidebar placed block. Yeah. So 1. So we're gonna set a different value to that depending on which one triggers. So let's make a new folder in here called placed. And then in here, this is going to be called planks.mc function. All right, so now we have that. We can go back to the game and hopefully reload this thing and it all works. So advancement. No. No, it did not find that. Why? I do not get it. Okay, hold on. Do I need to have... Yeah, I might need to have another folder, don't I? Because these are like Minecraft story and then /cure And I only have build-off. Or do I? Or did I do something wrong in my advancements file? That's also possible. I mean, is that output to the log or something? Because I don't quite know how to get the error messages for this, if there is one. Let me try to check that real quick. All right, let me switch over so you guys can see this. This is the game log. So it's just a massive output of stuff at the moment. Loaded 488 advancements. Here we go. Malformed JSON exception. Yeah. Line 10, column 3. At something criteria something? Line 10. Criteria, wait, but this is line 10. Rewards. Or is it... Does anybody see an error? Oh yeah! Thank you very much. That is correct. That needs to be quoted. And the function is actually this. Okay, let's try that. That should or could work. This advancement grant me only. Yeah, there we go. Placed blanks. So if I grant that to me, oh look, it says I placed block type 1. Sweet. Okay, nice. I made something that works. Yay! Now the next thing we need to do is we need to actually react to that. Well, we also need to make 8 of those, but let's just worry about the planks for now. If we can get the planks to work, then it's only a matter of copy-pasting that and replacing a number and a name. And then copy-pasting all the functions. So there's just busy work. But the interesting part, really, is figuring out what to do when this happens. So, and that's going to be... Let's see... What the heck? Yeah, I know the log changed. Alright, so... let's go back to our place blocks loop. So what we're going to want to find out is if the player has placed a block. Actually, maybe we should have the inventory count after all. What the start build action? Oh yeah, we have blocks. Right, so this blocks scoreboard is what we keep, is the count of how many blocks you have left to place. So that's good. So, place blocks loop. What we want to do is... If you have placed a block, So we could execute off of any player with a score of placed block. And then run a function that is build-off colon something. I guess what we wanted to do here is we want to... Alright, hold on. Here's what we want to do. So if we have a player whose score in placed block is at least 1, means I've placed a block now, and the score in blocks, which was not a capital B, and I hate myself a little bit for that, is at least 2. Then we want to run one function. So what this is we want to run a function. I guess maybe we should run exactly... We'll try this. At least 2. Basically, we want one function when you place the last block, and another function when you place one of the 2 previous blocks. So, block placed. And then basically we want a when there's only one block left, then last block placed or something. Will there be a scoreboard system in Pocket Edition one day? Yes, for certain, but I don't have any given timeline for you. We definitely realize that it's one of the big missing things, but it's also a fairly big thing. It takes a while to make big things happen. Alright, so in this case, this is the first interesting thing we're going to do. We're going to look at build-off block placed. So let's make that. Player has placed a block. And let's save that as block placed.mc function. Love the amazing influence you're having on Minecraft. Well, thank you very much. What do I use to record? I use Action normally. When I'm doing streams, I use OBS though. Alright, so the player has placed a block. That means we need to... This is a little bit of a... This is a little bit annoying. So if we look at the where's that start build action, all of these basically need to happen again. So I guess we'll just we'll copy that. And here's the problem. This is gonna have to be... So we'll set the blocks to 2, and all of these to 2. And now we have a function that works if you... Oops, not 32. That's not the one. And hello to everybody who's just joining in. Welcome into the stream. This now only works if you had 3 blocks, because now you have 2 blocks left. But what if you had 2 blocks? And that's the problem. Because there's no way to put like a scoreboard value here. I guess I could. We could do this for starters. Remove 1 from blocks instead of setting it to a value. And then... I guess if we give you 1 of each of these instead of 2, and then we duplicate it if your score blocks min equals 2, right? Yeah. This should work. So I get 1 plank. If I was supposed to place 2 blocks, then I get another plank, which should stack. So that should both go in the first slot, and then all we need to do is we need to just duplicate all of these rows. It's a little bit of a hacky way to do it, maybe. Oops. But it should work. And now we're going to copy this little piece, and we're going to put it every other line. Like so, and so, and so, and so, and so, and so, and so. That should work for that. Is there anything else I need to do? No, not really. So let's go back to our loop. Not there. Place. There's this one thing missing here. What text editor am I using? This is Notepad++. Let's take a look at one of the other loops. I think I had a loop thing that I need to run. If I can select action loop, maybe. Oh yeah, we had the always function. We're supposed to run that. Place box loop. Let's run that. Alright. I would kind of like to test that out. So game rule, game loop function. This is currently in the lobby mode. So if I do scoreboard players tag, I guess all I can do is, what happens if I run build off? Actually, let's reload first. Then function, correctly spelled, build off. Player turn start. It's turn. Yeah, okay, that didn't work. And now these aren't gonna work either. Okay, function. Okay, no, game rule, game build off lobby loop. Let's put us back in the lobby. Now I will be in the game. That should help. What does always do? So the always function is a function of stuff that is supposed to run whenever the game is running, regardless of which state you're in. So it's just a function that I call from every other loop. So anything that gets set as game loop needs to call that. So we can open it and look. It's just some small random things like dealing with detecting new players and playing the intro to them and making sure that you have saturation and health and all of that stuff. So that's all there's to that one. Alright, now I have joined the game. Let's try that again, maybe. No. But select... Okay, no. Dang it. It wasn't that easy to hack my own game. Alright, actually, give me a moment here. I'm gonna go grab my laptop and I'm gonna join in with a second client so we can maybe just actually kickstart the game properly. Alright, let's see if we can do this. what I needed was obviously another screen and computer to look at, because I already had 3 screens filled like 15 different windows I'm trying to keep track of. So that'll be good. Where do I even have Minecraft on this thing? Hello, cat. Alright, so let us open this thing to LAN. That should be okay. Hopefully we should see... Oh, apparently I need to let my laptop download a new version of Minecraft. Sorry about the slight delay. Downloading language files. 1 megabyte remaining. There we go. So this is a good test actually. This should put my second account immediately into the middle of the lobby in here. Should just dump in here right away. And if not, then something is wrong. It would help if it found the game. That would help a lot, actually. What the heck? And I took away the connection thing. Ah. It's never gonna be easy, right? Alright, let's see if I can join this by typing in my IP. If I can find it, and the port number and everything. $54,171. Success! And it did indeed put me into the lobby. And it should be playing the welcome text to me. Do I not have a face? Ah, the face goes on the front of the character. Right, and it does play the intro to that character. So, that's good. I think I set myself to be in the game, but will not play. Alright, then there's a cooldown. Will play. Alright, so I will play. What about my laptop, dude? Walk over here. Can I even remember how to do this? We'll play in the next round. Alright, so we have 2 players. That means we should be able to start the game. That wasn't much of a start, was it? Let me switch off the subtitles before I go slightly mad from them. Okay. First problem. What did we used to do? I guess those are all gone now. Oh. Hello? Hello? Okay. That's interesting. So both my Minecraft... Oh! What the heck is going on? Both the Minecraft instance on my computer and on my laptop sort of froze up. at the same time. Apparently it's doing something. So. And the log isn't saying anything, it's just saying the server can't keep up. Yeah, there we go. My laptop got disconnected. No surprise there. I guess we'll restart. Hope that works better. This is a log. What is let's open the function for the start of the game while we are kicking this back up. Start.mc function. Sounds good. Let's see if it just instantly hangs again, because then we'd have a problem. Hi. That looks okay. Should we get this set display sidebar? What did I have? Players, I think. Because the one... Yeah, join the next game. So this is the one where it should tell us if we have joined or not. Let's open this back up. Now it's 5, 4, 7, 9, 5. Well, it's still... Yeah, it still works. Okay. Alright. But only I have joined. So... where's my... Here. Now we're 2. That sounds good. Okay. So that scoreboard is okay. Let's just switch back to full screen here. Actually. So let's maybe not do that. So I'm looking at the setup player IDs at the top there, which is resetting the player score. And then setting it to 0 for all the players that have joined. So maybe that's the scoreboard we should be looking at. That score is now 1 for both of us. Oh, God dang it. That's the one super annoying part about Notepad++. Alright, so we had the... there's a player join function. That's what we need to look at. This is a little bit interesting. Should probably be that. Joining player. So this could possibly be the problem. That we are not getting correct IDs, and then I don't know what happens. So if we hit start game now. Okay, we did get unique IDs properly. That's good. So if I bring that up, if you can't see it, like my alt got 1 as his ID and I got 2. So far so good, but something else apparently didn't happen. Game rule. Hello? Oh, it is super laggy. Yeah. I wonder if it's just escalating the lag. I also wonder. Let's take a look at it might be just infinitely creating armor stands here, actually. Hasn't even copied the arena. Yeah, okay. That's a new queue. The joys of map making. It's not an infinite loop, because there are safety guards that make sure that you can't make an infinite loop. So it's much more likely that we are like spawning too many armor stands, basically. So I think we run find labs. So let's look at start again. It's summoning a whole bunch of armor stands. and then it's running find lamps. So if... Oh. Do we have anything that resets the start? Because the start is set by... Let's look at the lobby loop, I guess. This is the lobby loop. Should be able to open this back up without a problem now. Start. Yeah, it is reset. So it runs try start, and then sets start to 0. Regardless. So that's not it. Now what's try start do? I mean, it obviously... Oh, okay, it checks a bunch of stuff, but then it runs start. Actually just checks the player count. Alright, so we run start, which means we run player join. That part worked. Why don't I use Atom with a MC function language extension that provides syntax highlighting? Because I like the editor I'm using. The problem is all of the language files for MC functions that I've found this far for Notepad++ assume white background, so they work horribly for me. And I don't want to have a incredibly white background on stream. It's not very nice to look at. Alright, we apparently don't manage to clone the arena and everything correctly. Huh. And hello to Gaming Device, and hello to Sophia Blake. Welcome to the stream. Where we're currently just scratching our heads over this thing. I mean, this is supposed to summon a whole bunch of armor stands. It's supposed to summon a whole bunch of them. But they're also supposed to be sort of removed inside of find lamps. I guess we could do, like, say, found lamps or something. Just to get a sort of handle on when these things are happening. But honestly, I do think we get through this function. Otherwise it would be strange that the game actually keeps running at all. So let's open this up again. Let's join my second account back in. 55472. I don't even know if I guess will not play. Dang. This cooldown is not great when it's this way. I assume the bug where you couldn't kill armor stands has been fixed. That's very long time ago if that was a bug. Alright, I'm gonna stand over here. Because then we can see the entity count on the debug screen. So let's switch over to the game completely. So up at the top, sort of, you have E, 1 out of 28. The 28 are the armor stands that are the arenas, but this way we have a single entity in view, which is going to be my alt. So if I use that guy to start the game, then we should see if this entity count just explodes. And then that we know that was why. So, click 315 entities. says finding lamps. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. But oh yeah. We have more now. Now there are many. And many, many more. I know what's happening now. We're gonna have to restart again. Because this is gonna blow up the game. But I know what's happening. So there is a problem with infinite loops. And it's not that the loop is infinite. That's the problem. The problem is that if find lamps doesn't work, if that just infinitely loops, and we never get here, which we didn't because we never saw the found lamps part, what happens is we will run into a built-in limit in the game where it will cut off the command loop. What that means is that we never exit this function, and what that in turn means is that we never come back out to the lobby loop, and we never set start to 0. And that in turn means that next tick it's going to go, oh, wait, you're trying to start the game, let me summon more armor stands and try again, and it's just going to be worse. So I think what we want to do is we want to copy this up into the top of the start function, so we don't blow up the game while the thing is broken. And yes, Suncat, I should be replacing this with area effect clouds at some point. Not necessarily because they don't work fine as armor stands, but because I don't want them to be visible in spectator mode. So, let's go back in here. Alright, if we do reload. But now we gotta figure out why the find lamps thing isn't working. Alright, find the lamps. We execute off of everything named S. Detect a redstone lamp of any type. And in that case, we switch the name to F. That seems reasonable. Then we kill anything named S. I hope we don't have a player named S. Which is within dy1, so y20. So when we get to y20, we're gonna kill the thing. And then we're teleporting anything named up. Named S one step up. And then we're running, while we have something named S, we're running the function again. I honestly don't really see how this would fail. We're summoning these below y equals 20. I assume they go one step up for every pass in the loop. Yeah, there's someone that height 10.5. Why does no work? Why? So in find lamps, dy equals 1. I mean, this is, if we somehow manage to skip that whole block, that would be a problem. I guess we set this to 2 and try, but that really is one of those voodoo programming. It shouldn't work. Maybe it does, but it shouldn't. Alright, I'm not in. I need to be in. We need to fix this. I need the cooldown to not kick in immediately. Alright, so we are now connecting to 56.059. joining me in this wonderful game, my friend. No, it was also already listed. Dang it. Right. Now, if I'm right with this... Why? Whatever. We should at least not blow up when we click this. So the entity count is currently 28. It returns to 352. It says finding lamps and then aborts. But... Okay. No, wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Of course it's not finding any lamps. It hasn't managed to replace the lobby properly. Oh, it killed all of them. But that was extremely laggy. Extremely laggy, in fact. So why are there so many armor stands left? They can't all be turned into... Wait, what? Oh yeah, no, I know what that is, okay. I mean, we could try... just replace invisible 1 with invisible 0. We should at least see them. I'm not sure it's gonna help much. I don't understand why they don't. Wait. Yeah, this X, Y, Z, DX, DY, DZ. That looks correct to me. Alright, so let's try this again. Actually... yeah, this thing has lagged out terribly. It's like it's... it must be looping up until... do they still exist? Yeah, they do. Where are they? $4,090. Are they still just going up? No, this is how high they got. Inside of face. Okay, so they aren't getting killed properly. That's the problem. And then it will keep going for a long time. So it keeps going until it runs out of commands. What? What? That was odd. Okay. I do not... why would this not work? Are we in that place? Yeah, we're between... we're at 10 and 11 here in the center. Still have them. So, what if I do kill at E, name equals S, X equals 1, let me switch you back in here. So X equals 1, Y equals 4,000 or something. Or actually, let's do 20 because that's what we had. Z equals 1. Dx equals 18. Dy equals 5,000. Dz equals 18. Because that's what people were suggesting, that the 18 wasn't enough. This should kill all of them. And it does so. Yeah, they're... Why? Okay, so... let's copy that. And this is... paste that under here. It's literally only that's the change. But I guess if we put that in there instead then... I mean, I don't understand why you so broken. Alright, let's try to start the game again and see if it happens again, I guess. Yeah, it did. Dang functions, man. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why? Oh. I'm gonna be falling for a while now. Oh, no it did. The lamps are turned on. Use block ID lit redstone lamp. No. So there's another problem here, and that's the fact that the arena isn't getting put into place. So they're supposed to be... This is supposed to be replaced before we run this. So that isn't the problem. We're literally not supposed to find any here because there's nothing matching. But the armor stands are also all supposed to die when they come up here. Which they don't. And I do not understand why. So obviously the teleport upwards work, but this for some reason does not work. And that of course means it's gonna run the whole thing over and over and over and over again. I mean, it is possible that because we're changing the Is it not finding it because it's not applying the transform from the teleport directly? That could be a problem, actually. What if instead of doing this, we did this? This is going to be absolutely horrible, but... whatever, it'll work. Start... Okay, also we should switch the invisible back. Alright, I wanna have basically this. I'm gonna summon an armor stand that's one block higher. And this can be called T. And then we're gonna run... That's gonna stay. We're gonna run kill name equals s, and then we're gonna run entity data e name equals t with custom name s. Type equals armor stand is not going to make any difference there. Oh. Stay alive, laptop. I need you. Alright, so reload. And look at that. It did things in a slightly wrong order, I think. Because it needs to copy the... Why name not tag? Because this is old. Okay, I'm in creative mode. He is in survival. I guess it hasn't switched modes. So if I just okay, I'm just gonna. We don't have the right. The game's gonna be broken now, and you can't see it. It's just a little bit sad because it gave the first one to my alt, but it did get the planks and stuff properly. All right. So maybe now we can actually... Did we find the lamps is the next question. Why is it doing that? I am allowed to switch. We did not find the lamps. Which is likely because this thing is happening too quickly. That's the whole problem. The whole problem is it's all happening on sort of the previous game state. The clone of the arena hasn't happened yet. Or is my thing happening in the wrong order? That could also be the problem. Where's my start function? Okay, here. Yeah, so we're running player join, and then we're running find the lamps, but we haven't even selected and cloned the arena yet, which is a little bit silly. So we should be doing this first. Before we try to find the lamps, because otherwise, yeah, otherwise it's not gonna work. Now we have a problem. Because now we have started a game, and I'm not sure I haven't converted the functions to get back into lobby mode yet. So maybe we should do that now. What are you doing? I am converting an old minigame of mine called Build-off Parkour into being 1.12 for Minecraft 1.12 and to use functions. That's what I'm doing. The intention is to get this working again, get it properly tested, and release it again for Minecraft 1.12, and then also get it back on Minecraft Realms. What functions do I have? Actually, I have the lobby loop, but I don't have any like enter loop or anything, which is what I need. So we're gonna make one of those because we desperately need a way to get back into the lobby mode at this point. Restart lobby is basically what I'm looking for. Enter lobby. .mc function, and then we likely have some of these blocks are likely that, although I don't really know which ones. Oh, I see what the problem is. We're gonna have to quit out and rejoin, because when I opened to LAN I didn't switch on enable cheats, and that apparently switches off cheats for me too. Alright. Should spectate. That doesn't sound like it's lobby stuff. Reset after attempt. Oh, here we have some stuff. Reset. Game 1 on default. Reset sounds pretty good. So this is going to be... Yeah, this is the fill. And this is the fill back. So all of these blocks is probably what we need. You now have the TP one up and the summon one up, so that would mean the scan would skip every second row. Well, it wouldn't because it didn't work, but you have a good point. This is not supposed to be there anymore. That's rough though. I would have really liked the teleport to be instant. At least in terms of when testing for positions and stuff. That's a big drawback of the system, actually. Alright, enter lobby. What blocks do we have in here? Right, execute on the lobby to clone a bunch of blocks. So that's how we get the lobby, like the physical lobby, actually back. So that's a good start. Remove that block. Then we do this. We set a redstone block in some random location. That's probably to kickstart a little parkour section with blinking blocks, if I were to guess. Then we have this. Switch everybody to survival mode. Good. Sounds like a plan. Get players spread back into there. That sounds good. Set an obsidian block at some random place. Now we're... Okay, hold on. No, these are not... These are outside. These are just... Where does this set a redstone block? This obsidian block is to switch off some clock somewhere. That's definitely not needed anymore. We're gonna have to set the loop, but that other one is... And this one switches off some other one, so we don't need those. And that one... Oh, this just nukes all of the clocks. That's what it's doing. That's why it's a reset. Dang, failed clocks. Set the display objective and reset the players. That sounds reasonable to me. Minus 32, 12, and 4. Where's this? Oh. Look, actual redstone. So it's going to place a redstone block here. This, I think, removes that. Yes. And then we run all of this. Oh. I think I had this to be able to sort of fully reset the thing myself. So it resets all of the... Yeah, it resets like everything. But then if I'm gonna reset... Okay, no, I don't want to do... I was thinking about doing scoreboard players reset. Reset, please. This is actually a valid command. It will reset everything on the scoreboard. But then I would also... Yeah, I mean, this would also reset all the constant values and stuff, so I don't want that. Close, though. But I guess we'll just copy all of these. By converting to functions, you get more readable, maintainable code. Also, does it give better performance? Yes. But probably not to an the extent that you're wishing for. Let's get rid of some of these things. Also, I don't mind the fact that this is actual redstone because this is just a reset mechanism. It's not. It's going to be something that happens lots. Inv count has been removed. So there's no use in resetting that. Do I still have state? I do have state. Do I still need state? Shop your cape. Will there be player testing today or later in development? Depends on how finished it becomes. It's starting to get a little bit late here, so possibly not. I would say probably not, considering how broken it is right now. But I don't know. I'm always going to be up for running tests as soon as things are in working order, because that's how you debug and find every problem and get something ready for release. Don't know how much of this is actually necessary. Okay, we set the state. I don't think we need the state anymore. Pretty sure we don't need the state. Let's get rid of the state. Do I have state somewhere else? Like in the lobby. Start. Does this set state? No, it doesn't. Alright, let's get rid of that. And let's get rid of scoreboard, objectives, remove, state. Ta-da! This has already been done. Kill anything named F. That makes sense, I guess. And then kill anything named S. Sure. And let's hope we don't have a player named S or F. Maybe reset plus adding const back is better. Yeah, I thought about it. It's a little bit iffy because it can be so... You can get so weird bugs. And these are then not needed anymore. Okay, so... And there's one more very crucial thing that needs to be in here. And that is game rule. Game loop function. Build off lobby loop. So we actually switch back to the lobby loop and get that running. Reload. I guess take a screenshot too then. That's not really what I meant to do, but we took a screenshot. Function build off enter lobby. That appears to have worked. Maybe add entity types to those kills just in case. Yeah. Or I should just switch to using tags instead of names. I guess we might as well though. No, we'll go back to it. We'll go back later and do that. Right now though, actually let's just switch back to the game. Now I should be able to join again. I can. Let's get rid of some of that. Let me open this up again. Let's allow cheats this time, so I don't hamstring myself here a bit. Let's connect again. Which is 58076 this time around. My friend is in the game, but this is a little bit of a problem. Alright, well, it's not terrible, but that's probably something we want to fix. Oh! I also have my inventory left. I have the planks in my hand. So, that's not good. So actually, our lobby loop should be clearing inventories all the time. M equals survival. Because I want to be able to do stuff in creative and have stuff in my inventory. But if your game mode is survival, we should definitely actually... If you disconnect during the game, you might be in spectator mode, and there's nothing here putting you back into survival mode. Game mode. Game mode. We have some reconnect issues to deal with here for sure. Game mode. Survival. I don't want to spam this either. Okay, we'll deal with the reconnects later, maybe. And that's clear his inventory at least, so that's good. So let's get him in the game. By him, of course, I mean me. We'll play in the next round. And now I should be able to start. It should actually find the 3 lamps. Oh, that was an interesting piece of lag. Did it, though? It's my turn, but I didn't get any, or my items disappeared. So that's also wrong. Oh, that's because the clear is wrong. The clear is last, and it can't be. But now the question is, did we find these? Game mode spectator. Look! We found the lamps. And there's a bit of a lag spike there, but I'll take it. It's fine. Okay. So, right, we need to make sure that we have done this first. Player management. Basically, the problem is this clear, if it's down at the bottom, when we run this function try start, that ends up starting the game. We're still returning, so after that we end up down here, and we're going to run the clear, which is what happened now. So we essentially started the game successfully, and then cleared my inventory out of the items that I was given, which messed it up. So reload function and enter lobby. There we go. Alright, that's good. Join the game and join the game. I miss control structures and functions like if else. Yeah, I mean, because it's not a fully fledged scripting language, you're gonna miss things. Alright, now it's Lime Slice's turn. And he got the items now. So he can do place blocks and he gets all of the items. So now I have a plank in my hand there. And now we can enter the lobby again because there's really nothing to test there. But now we're in a situation where we can start to properly test. I would love to draw a random seed so I get the items on me instead of Mr. Lime Slice. No! Should just be able to enter the lobby again and try again until that happens. So you guys can see. Normally it doesn't matter when you're just debugging a map, but it actually does matter now because you guys are watching. No! Feels bad, man. It's just impossible. It's just impossible. Come on now. Join game. It isn't the person who clicks the sign, is it? No, it shouldn't be. I'm pretty sure I specifically picked a random player. Yeah, there we go. We were just extremely unlucky. This, by the way, is another design thing of this map. All the arenas all of the areas on them need to be accessible. But that doesn't mean that you won't have to do some parkour to get around. So there's some parkouring even in just getting around the maps too, which I think is a nice aspect of it. Alright, so place blocks. I get all of them. I get all of the recipes too, so they are going to have to get removed at some point. And so I have planks, slabs, trapdoors, fences, brewing stands, and rods. Why do I only have one? I'm supposed to have 3. Oh, I see why. Scoreboard objectives, set display sidebar, place block is still 1, because we never reset it, so it's gonna think I've placed the block all the time. Actually, that should mean that scoreboard objectives, set display sidebar, was it blocks? It should be... Oh, that's counted down to 1 and then stopped. Alright, well, let's step forward. Where is that even? I have so many functions open now. Block placed. This obviously needs to do scoreboard players set a tag equals current player, or actually do reset placed block. Otherwise things are going to be bad. Alright, so if I scoreboards, players, let's do this, set blocks. If I give myself 3 blocks again, it should now instantly detect that I've placed 1 and then give me 2 of everything. Well, that didn't quite work. I still think, why is that? I haven't placed anything. Why isn't it? Oh, major derp. Maybe reload that so we actually run that function properly. Yeah, there we go. Now I have 2 of each, and if I place 1, I should get 1 of each. I did not. Because the advancement isn't working. Why is it not? Because if I grant myself the advancement... only build off placed planks. Oh! Ah, yes, that makes a lot of sense. Yes, I already have that advancement. Okay. So I can't get it again. Which is why we don't get an update in the score. How do you use test for in functions? You can't. Well, you can, but there are some hoops to run through. You have to use the stats command to get the result of that into a scoreboard. I'm going to make a tutorial video about that because it's a very common question that I get. So, we need to go back to the placed planks function here. And here we need to do advancement review. Is it revoke? I think it's revoke. Add S only placed planks. Like this, right? And this, if I should be able to run that command straight off. Yes. So that works. Reload that. And now if I place planks, it should actually give me one of each. Hey! All right. That's good. All right, so now we have that, and then we have another issue if I throw an item out or do something else. Like, it's just gone now. So that we'll have to counter, but we also have... just to give myself one back. We have the... we need to handle what should happen when I actually place my last block. So that should probably be the next. So we have a full game loop. So I think a good first step would be to get the game working with only planks. All right. And that means, what does that mean? We need to go back to our block placed, not that, or would it not be better to constantly use replace item, as it will handle dropping and mean the items don't appear in your face briefly when placing something? Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea. Kind of need to make sure it's run after this, but maybe that's better. Maybe we should just we should split this out. So what I'm a little bit worried about is all of the inventory slots, because if I use replace item, there's nothing that prevents me from taking this and putting it here. I guess it also doesn't really matter. Unless I do that, I guess. Which is a problem anyway, I can just press F to have it there. You can replace item with air, right? Entity, please. And me. Hot, not horse. Hot bar. So let's just replace that with air. Yeah. That works. Does a command execute on a player's self if he clicks the sign so that the S selector can be used? Yes, that was at least the intention. Well, just trying to clear. I don't want to be clearing and replace iteming the inventory every tick. That would be super network spam. Yeah, let's try to get that done anyway. It should be. We should actually just be able to do replace item with air on all the slots, which is a little bit silly. So let's take all of this stuff and just cut that out and do function. Actually, don't really need to have that in here, but instead we'll go back to our build loop if I can find it. Place blocks loop. Okay, so here we're running those, and then afterwards we'll do function build off replace items, maybe, and then we'll paste all of these into a new function and we'll call that replace items dot mc function, and then we're gonna expand this. OBS or OBS Studio or XSplit, which one do you like? I run OBS Studio. I'm pretty happy with it. Alright, so instead of give, we're gonna do replace item entity, this whole junk. slot.hotbar.0, isn't it? Or is it 1? No, it's 0. Alright, so this is the kind of thing that we'll be wanting. I'm going to test that real quick. That does work. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 different ones of this. And we're going to do score blocks min equals 3 and give 3. Score blocks min equals 2, score blocks equals 2. Yes. Two. And then score blocks equals 1 for 1. Alright. So I think we'll just copy this and then replace things here instead because it's going to be easier. So this is going to be hotbar slot 1, slot 1, and slot 1 with wooden slabs, wooden slabs, wooden slabs. That should do it. And then slot 2. Like 3 min and not 3 min? Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. Part 2, which is going to have a trap door. Trapdoors are a great item for this. Underrated, because you can get into a situation where you have to jump onto it in one mode and then you have to open or close it and then jump off of it. It's pretty cool. Alright, those trapdoors. Alright, I'm gonna do replace that with 3 instead. We'll do 3. You can be a little bit more effective here. And then replace that with fans. 1, 2, 3. That should be okay. Yes. This is a kind of not so fun part of doing an update like this. You're just busy working your way through file. Brewing stand. From here. There. Counting on all you to tell me when I make this one mistake that's going to be super painful to find otherwise. Pay attention. Replace, replace, replace. Four, 5. Yes, that's correct. Brewing stand with end rod. Replace, replace, replace. Ugh. It's gonna be good when it's done. This is a situation you end up in map making sometimes. You just go like, oh no, I'm gonna have to do this, and it's gonna be painful, but the result's gonna be good. And then you just buckle down and do it. Space, space. You should use Sublime and show the title so everyone has to sub to Lime. Oh, so meta. On the other hand, I think a lot of people who are here are actually subbed to me. So then I would have to use subbed to Lime. Packed ice. Almost there. And slot 8. Oop. with magma. Yay! We're reaching the end. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And get rid of these. Right. Which means that if I reload and function replace items. Yes, that gave me back all my items, even though I replaced away some and stuff. And scoreboard objectives, set display sidebar blocks. I had a set blocks. There, forgive. Ooh, look! It just instantly updates. Oh, that's very nice. I like that. Oh god, I'm not subscribed. YouTube, why you do this? Well, thank you very much for your new subscription then. Alright, so I guess at this point we can just ignore whether the player actually had the items before. We just always reset them. And I hope this makes Minecraft not send the updated status every tick. I'm not sure that this is the case, but I hope so. We should probably actually add one more thing in here. We should do a couple of, or at least one replace item entity at a tag equals current player. Slot dot, is it offhand? No. Slot dot weapon dot offhand. There we go. With air. So we make sure that you don't, because right now I can go here and I can press F, and now I suddenly have 2, which isn't stellar. But if I reload this, then I can't do that anymore. I can get a funky animation, but nothing else. All right, so that's good. That's really good. Let's go back to our place blocks loop. I'm putting them in inventory. Yeah, I mean, you could do that. I do this. But it doesn't really help me in any way. I mean, yeah, I have this here now, I guess. I did this, but it also doesn't help me. I mean, as soon as I try to get this somewhere where I can do something with it, I need to either throw it out in the world, which deletes it immediately, or I can try to put it here, but nope, it disappeared. So it doesn't, it's, sure, it doesn't look great, but it also doesn't hurt that the thing ends up in my inventory. So throw that out, it's gone. Alright. But, I think I want this after the first one, and then last block placed is going to run after that. So we need to make a new function, which is player placed the third block. Last block placed .mc function. There we go. That's going to have some of the things from the block placed function. So actually they're kind of the same now. We could probably just do with this one function. Where's the thing? Place blocks loop. Let's get rid of that, and let's get rid of this. And where's my placed blocks? I have so many things open, it's on this 4K screen, all the text is like tiny. I'm gonna close a couple of things that we don't need. We don't need the join stuff anymore, so we can close those. Last block placed is not gonna be used. Placed planks, block placed, there it is. Alright. So what we want to do is we want to clear a tag current player blocks score block Sakura score blocks equals 0. So if we get to 0 here, we're just going to clear everything. Or we might actually move that to another function. There was I must have had a next player or something. Function next player, yeah. I wonder what that does. Let's find out. Next player does a bunch of stuff. But it doesn't trigger the selection, so it's not sufficient to just run that. Alright, so block placed. So we want to function Build-off next player if this whole thing. So if we have a current player and that player's score blocks 0, then we want to get to the next player. But we're also going to have to look at the start function again, I think. Because there's next player turn start. That's what we want. Don't know why these are two separate functions, to be honest. Less delay on Twitch? Really? Hey, YouTube is usually keeping up pretty well with that. Alright, block placed. I guess we'll just run both. We'll do that. That should work. So actually, if I just go into the game now and go reload and then place this plank, it should become my alt's turn. But my laptop has turned off, so I don't know how that would work. So let's maybe log back into that. Am I actually still in the game? That's amazing! Even though my laptop went to sleep mode. 2 viewers on Twitch. Fantastic. Alright, so I place this. No. No. This did not work. I did reload, yes? Oh, wait. Or did I not reload? Okay, so let's do this. Scoreboard. I think I have an idea of what's the problem, or a problem anyway. Blocks. Let's give me back. Yeah, we're not in that loop anymore, because that would have given me a block. Alright, so I think I know what the problem is. Look at this. We run next player. So far so good, right? But that reasonably changes the current player tag. So that's not going to trigger anymore. So that's a little bit of an issue here. So maybe what we want to do is move both of these into... I'm not quite sure why these two, they are two separate functions. Next player calls itself. So that's why, probably. But player turn start could just call next player. Yeah, that's better. Function build off colon next player first. Or maybe after the clear or something. And then we tell whose turn it is. Yeah, that's much better. So now we, in the start, we just do player turn start. And in block placed, we just do player turns. Not that one. Just to play turn start. I mean, apparently we have a clear for all players inside of that too. Right? Right? Did I close that? Player turn start. Yeah, that has a clear, so we don't need another clear there. Reload. I have no idea what state I'm in now. Game rule. Game. Come on. Game loop function. We're in the place blocks loop. Oh, but I'm probably not. Scoreboards players tag. A remove current player. Was it all? Yeah, it was that. Okay, so. Oops. Add. There we go. That gave me all my items back. Yay. And now, if I placed it, it cleared my items. Aha. Did something. Did I reload? I probably didn't reload. Current player. Try it again. Wait, why did it... I have 0 blocks. Scoreboard players set as blocks 1. Set myself to current player. Slash reload. I did reload. Did I reload? Really? After that change? Alright, well, let's try. No. Okay, so something is wrong with the player turn start. This is happening, but this isn't. Or there's a different clear that's running somewhere. Okay, block placed. Run player turn start if the current player has scored 0. This just this is so simple stuff. Alright, player turn start. I need to find that again. There. That's super weird. What could be happening is it could get stuck in next player. Put a say command to test what is running and what is not. Yeah, I know. I guess we can just do that right away. If I can find the function again. There, okay, so say new player's turn, and then actually we can game rule game loop function. Place blocks loop. So we're definitely never getting here, because this select action loop is never happening. So next player has been set. I think we might be getting stuck inside of this function. It's a recursive function again. What do I need to do to get back to a reasonable state here? I need to set my blocks count to 1. I need to add the current player tag to me, and I need to place a block. New player's turn. Tell Mojang to add a /work. What would /work do? Wait, is my alt off again? This appears to still be in the game. Yeah. Okay, so for some reason we're not finding the next player correctly. How does this even work? Remove player found tag. Add a selected one. The game armor stand? Oh, let's see. Scoreboard objective set display sidebar selected. Why do I have a score of 2 in that? Work will make things work. Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna get to work on that. How's the player scoreboard look now? How broken is that? Very. The answer is very broken. There, if you couldn't see it before properly. Our player scores appears to have been... They appear to have been messed up a bit. Might actually be better to just have a calculation scoreboard that we copy values to first. Just to not have to mess up. Don't die already, actually? I'm like a org player or something. Yeah. This. Oh wait. Oh, this is so horrible. What happens if people disconnect and stuff? Score player this should select everybody. And hello to the people who are just joining in. Welcome into our broken minigame. We are adding 1 to the selected score, so that now we are trying to select player 2. But the player numbers are now minus 43,679, so that's not gonna kind of work. Thank you. Alright, so add 1 to selected. Remove operation at A. This always has me a little bit worried. It should be okay to do that. If I do that, they should decrease all the values by 2. It seems to have decreased all the values by 1. Oh yeah, selected by was 1. That's right. So that works. Wait. Yeah, it does. Yeah, that works. So that's not the problem. So at this point we have... If we have a 0 player, that means we found the player. Then we set the tag player found. And then we remove the current player tag from everyone. That's to be expected. And add the current player to that. That makes sense. Score player min equals 0, score player equals 0. Okay. So probably one of the other... I didn't get a player found though. Also, but probably... It's so hard to say what happens here because once the player scores are messed up, they're solidly messed up forever. So if you manually reset them, we may be able to see what's actually happening. Slice Slime player. I have no idea what player number I had from the start. Let's just say I had 2 and my alt had 1. And scoreboard objectives set display sidebar selected. Alright, so selected is currently 1. I don't know why there's... Oh yeah, there's one of those are... One of those is the selected arena and the other is the selected game. So switch back to player. So the currently selected one is 1, which means that we should be adding 1 and then selecting me. That's what should happen when we run the function next player. So let's see what actually happens. We end up at score -1 and -3, which is particularly interesting because the distance between those numbers increased with 1. And the selected is now 2. So we got the correct selected scoreboard players tag as list. I am the current player. Okay. So we did get a player. That's another question. E name equals game. That has a player found tag too. So the player found tag is indeed on there, but we failed to completely to basically this. Wait. Why are we removing our player? Oh, that... Wow. Wow. Really? So if I just copy paste that in, it should work now. If we put the players back and I just run this. Yeah. Oh, that's okay. I mixed up the scores, but whatever. Herpaderp. Okay. What? Next player has been set. So something is really odd with how it's selecting. Like, it's immediately giving me blocks instead of letting me select what I should do. This is not what I'm expecting. So something is like sticking around and immediately throwing me into that. So next player was called from this other thing. Place blocks, no. Is there still a give command running somewhere? Yeah, there are give commands running for the snowballs you get when you get to choose action. Player here. Next player has been, so these new player turns, now we saw those messages. Give snowballs and then select action loop. So select action loop. Oh wait. So that all happens as part of... I wonder if there's a clear that happens after that removes the snowballs again. Will this stream be uploaded or watchable in a later stage? It will be going up on the second channel. So if you're not subscribed to my second channel, there should be a link down in the description, and you could go there. It's called Lime. It's called Lime Uncut, and like most of the longer stream archives get uploaded there. Hello, Chris. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is what's happening, but I need to figure out where it's happening from. And that would be in this function that keeps getting scrolled off my screen. Player turn start. No, actually, place blocks loop. So, block placed gets run. That looks like this. And then runs that. So player turn start happens. That runs a clear. But that's the first thing that it does. And then it gives, and then it sets the select action loop. See you, Carl. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the tips. Oh, right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. There is an additional place where there's items given, and that needs to be... So, where is start build action? Here we go. This can actually just go away now. So we run that, because we don't, then we set the blocks, and then we go into place blocks loop, and that should immediately give all the items. So the next tick in place blocks loop, if I can find that now, there. We're gonna run always, then we're gonna run replace items happens here. So that's gonna give me all the blocks. So it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna get all the blocks the next tick. So that should work. Alright, maybe we'll just do this. Reload. Function enter lobby. Reset this thing and just start over so we know we're not in a like junk state, because we had a bunch of problems happening there. And join game and start the game. Okay, I got my 2 snowballs on my alt account, which means I'm gonna throw the place blocks one, and I got absolutely no blocks, and then it said I was done. What? Is there anything that resets the placed blocks thing? Scoreboard objectives, set display sidebar, placed block. So my score is 1 in that. How could I... How could I... What? What? We all wonder what the solution is with the suspenseful music. It's a block placed. It's supposed to reset place block. So maybe you need to okay, well anyway, if I do place blocks, my score is 1, so it should just immediately count my blocks down to 2 and give me 2 blocks. Okay, that's what happened. And it's reset my score. So if I place 1, takes away all of them. If I place another, switches to my alt, who now has blocks instead of snowballs. Why? He has 0 blocks, and why is he given... Oh. Because we run replace blocks. How do we end up in that loop? Is the question. Or is it all happening so quickly that it's still in that loop? No, that doesn't... Or actually, does it? In here, we are going to... Yeah, here we're going to go into do all of the resetting of loops and stuff. But we're still where we were inside of the build loop. Place blocks loop. And then after that, replace items. Holy smokes. This is a new problem for commands in Minecraft for sure. A lot of things used to be really have a problem with things happening too slow. You got a 1 tick delay all over the place. Things are happening much too quickly now. We only want to run this function if a tag equals current player and score block min equals 1. Right? We don't want to replace the items if we have 0 blocks left. Okay. Reload. Function. Enter lobby. Alright, this is in a lot better state than it was anyway, because we can now easily go in and out of tests, that just helps so much. Alright, it's my alt account's turn. We will place... We will not place blocks, because I got no blocks to place. Yes, 3 blocks. So something is... Did I make a silly? Yes, I did. It's called blocks, not block. In reload, he should get all these items right away. It did. That's awesome. That's just very nice. Place 1, he gets 2 items of everything. Place 1, gets 1 item of everything. Place 1. Slice Slime's turn, and I get my snowballs. That's almost a full game loop. Like, it's just a placement, it's not the parkouring, but it's, and throwing them out doesn't do anything. Trying to put them in my offhand doesn't do anything. Ooh, I like it. This is actually a lot better than the previous version of the game in terms of how, like, tamper resistant it is. And it switches back and he gets to choose. Awesome! Alright, so that is basically all of that. When it's the player's turn, you should make a sound like note, block.note.pling. Huh? That's not a terribly inviting sound, the bell one. There is one though that's much nicer. Or maybe if I just slow this one down. I don't know, maybe something like that. Why not? We just take that and throw that into our function. There's a chime that's pretty nice. We can test some more. What do we have on not blocked note? Hello? Block that note. Chime, okay. I don't know. That's the classic one. It's just to play. I mean, it's also we could just add a resource pack with the thing. I think if this far the best one has probably been just running a lower. So what happens if we slow this one down a bit? That's not too terrible, but it still like tells you it's your turn. That's fine. We'll use the chime one. Inside of where's that one? That would be the player turn start. So at the end of that, we'll just run that onto a tag equals current player. That'll do. Does it work? Is the next question. Yeah. Nice. There's one thing that doesn't happen here, and that's that when it's my turn, my alt is supposed to be in spectator mode. But he's right there. So that's not happening. Something we should probably look at. It has to be in all of the loops for the game. So inside of this select action loop, set game modes. We want to do game mode survival. Why does that look so wrong? A tag equals current player, mode equals not survival. So this spams the chat, so you don't want to do it every tick if you can avoid it. So spectator, if the complete opposite, if not current player, and if not spectator. Now I managed to disconnect. Yeah, we'll get to that. Pop. So if I do this and I build my 3 planks, which is the only thing I can do, and then I'm in spectator mode, and it should also keep me inside, which is not. See ya, game. All right. Well, we've made some pretty good progress today. We'll definitely not finish. Actually need to do some packing up as well. So I'm going away on Friday, and I'm actually going on a bike. So my father's going to pick up most of my gear tomorrow, which means I need to pack tonight. So I think we're going to end it there. That was a very productive session, though, and probably the next time we do this, we should have a full set of playable functions. We have the copy paste exercise of copying all of the block types up. That should be like a 2-minute thing, and then we have the what was that? That was weird. Then we have the parkour detection thing. So that's pretty good, and I'm pretty happy with the progress we're making here. Not quite sure how much time we'll have between the streams, so next week we'll either continue this or we'll do another round of entrapment, depending on if I have time to do the playtesting on that. Really want to get both done, so there's that. Also, if anybody wants to, you're welcome to try to figure out a new arena layout. So you have all of these. There's a whole bunch, but there's also a bunch of empty ones here, and it's easy to add more ones. So if somebody wants to give a try, just go ahead and do it. All you basically need is to set up an arena of all courts and make sure there's 3 lamps in some interesting locations. The one thing that I mentioned before is every location in this arena needs to be reachable in survival mode. So there shouldn't be any place you can't get to. Can you actually jump? Yeah, you can jump over here. But yeah, there shouldn't be anywhere that you can't get to in survival mode by just jumping around, basically. That's the only rule. What's the size? So it's 20 by 20, isn't it? Let's see. I mean, you can download the published old version of the map and check. This is gonna... Yeah, that's not gonna work. Game mode... no. Function... Enter lobby. Now it's gonna work. Alright, so... The corners are basically this corner here, which is like the wall is 0, 0. So the first block in here is 1, 1. And then the last block in, well, the edge here is 19, 19. So it's 1, 1 to 18, 18. And then the height is, I think, it's not that high, actually. The amount of height you have to play with is like 20 or something, or even less. So this block is 11, and we go up to 19. No, 20. So it's just 10 high. All right. And feel free to drop in the Discord and send me a message if you have more questions, or if you want me to take a look at an arena while you're making it and feedback or whatever. I'm always happy to give feedback on stuff like that. So thank you very much for the stream, and I'll catch you next time.